Is he here?
He's off. He's not.
Because I'm about to say, there's some dude here in Louisville, somebody.
And he wears a cross. And he covers his head. So I'm like, he's way off. Like, what the fuck?
See, that's them, they trying to straddle the fence.
Yeah.
They still trying to remain a Christian just in case we wrong.
Yeah, he got a whole bus and everything. I'm like, man, this dude, he's still, like you said.
They holding on to Jesus as the fault, just in case we wrong.
That can't be a Christian like that. A Christian like that. That's not the Bible, man.
That's what they be doing now. That's like the new thing. You know you Israelite, but you still moving. Yeah.
I said, what, did you preach salvation for everybody or, you know, not for everybody? And she was like, well, I didn't see it. That's why I asked you. I was like, I didn't see this video.
See, they're trying to blur the lines because they don't want to offend their Christian followers. Because they still teaching that
Shalom, Maki, and YASHAMIAHLA, Shabbat.
Shalom, YASHAMIAHLA, Shabbat. Shalom.
Make sure you lock it back. Just hit that, just unlock it, that lock back.
All right, shalom, shalom.
Shalom.
First and foremost, before we begin, want to give all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahshua, by Hashem, and Hakadosh. The master apostles, the master elders, the great millstone who well tells the truth. Much respect to you brothers out there who preach his word in truth and sincerity. A lot of folks on the earth, Tabernacle David, hope for elect, speckled bird. Shalom, shalom, shalom. All right, come out here week in, week out, prophesying the downfall of this wicked ass kingdom, man. And as we was talking before camp, got a lot of things popping off, man. The other nations sharing their missiles amongst themselves. A lot of judgment upon judgment. That might be my new series that I come out with, Judgment Upon Judgment, right? Got a lot of stabbings, a lot of family members killing family members, right? So it's high time to wake out of sleep, right? Because our salvation is near. If you have the eyes to see, you can see clear as day, our salvation is near, right? As the brothers has posted up a couple weeks ago, you know, we're coming into the time where the earth is literally going to spin faster, where your days, as the scriptures speak of, is going to go by so quick, man.
They already been doing that.
Yep.
It's just going to speed up even more. Probably going to happen even more.
So it's high time to wake out of sleep. It's no time to be playing around. Like this brother, his mother had a dream of World War III earlier in the week, right? Now it remains to be seen, you know, if she takes heed or not, you know, because just because you have a dream or a vision doesn't mean that you are the elect. Now the Lord does speak of in the scriptures, how does the Lord talk to his man? By dreams, visions, sometimes to you face to face. That's an honor, but that does not mean, you know, as you read in Joel 3, right, that you're of the, Joel 2, that you're of the elect, because also in these last days, the Lord has spread out his spirit upon all flesh, heathens and Japes, right? So we're all seeing it. It's just that we're the prophets and we're able to dive deep into it and actually explain your dream for the most part to a T what's happening. That's what we set up for, right? To warn you, you know, as the ancient world we would call seers, to warn you, hey, we saw the vision. We warned you what's coming.
I could bring it out in Joel 2:28. It says, "This shall come to pass afterward that I will pour out my spirit upon all flesh, and your sons and your daughters shall prophesy, and your old men shall dream dreams, and your young men shall see visions, and also upon the servants and upon the handmaids in those days will I pour out my spirit." Like the brother said, you know, the Lord can have a dream happen to a heathen. It don't matter if you're a heathen or a Jacob. But the real man of the Lord, the real Israelite prophets, the men of the elect, they're going to be able to explain the dream and break it down through the scriptures, you know? And so it don't mean that you're part of the elect that you're going to get saved because you have a dream. You go back to that account in Genesis with Joseph and the Pharaoh had a dream. He was a heathen.
Yeah.
If you go back to the book of Daniel, Nebuchadnezzar had a dream too, you know? And they couldn't see, you know, what was going on in the dream. They didn't understand. But that's what you have the prophets for, the real men of the Lord to break it down for. You know, because my mother had that dream. You know, I went over a couple scriptures with her, you know, and she listened, but, you know, she said, you know, oh, I know the Lord's working through me, but she actually sent me 2 more videos yesterday talking about some wise time going by so fast, but I already showed you that scripture where the Lord said you're going to speed up the days for the elect's sake. So it's like you're not listening. You know, the Lord's warning you, so you ain't going to have no excuse, you know.
Sometimes when you try to talk to the unbelievers, you get a feeling that they want the prophets to be wrong.
Yeah.
Because they want this kingdom to continue.
Oh, she did. She said it before. She was like, oh, well, the Lord forbid.
Yeah, because this is all they know. A lot of our people are afraid of change. Even if it's a change for the better, that's going to benefit them in the long run. They're still afraid of change because this is all they know. This is Esau rules through fear tactics. So he's scaring you, just like he put all these movies out about the aliens to make you think that the chariots are wicked or whatever. Or he'll put out something evil. He always putting fear into society. He pumping fear into society. That's how he rules. That's not living. Who wants to live like in constant fear? But see, y'all gonna learn, because as the days progress and as more days go by, all the unbelievers, y'all gonna start believing, because it's gonna be undeniable. And then once you start believing, you better hope it's sooner than later, because the doors of mercy are closing very rapidly. That's why these prophecies are speeding up and increasing. That's why during all this Epstein distraction, BlackRock is slipping digital currency into place. And it's like I said a long time ago, everything that's attached to this dollar is about to be dead. Your stocks, your bonds, your CDs, certificates of deposit, all that's gonna be attached to that digital shit. And if you don't take it, then you lose everything you ever worked for in your life. That's how Esau plays on your flesh. You want to feed your kids, don't you? You want to keep your house, don't you? You want to keep your business, don't you? Yeah, he gonna play on your flesh to force you to make an impetuous decision, none thought out. That's what he's banking on. That's why he don't want you to be informed. He don't want you to be intelligent. He damn sure don't want you to be a critical thinker. So that's why he dumbs you down on purpose, because Esau knows that weak men cannot rule over strong men. Yeah. That's why he goes above and beyond to make you as weak as him.
As a matter of fact, going back to that point, you know, I have a co-worker. His niece lives in Germany, and his brother is talking about coming back here to the States because his brother's in the military, and so he got a little base over there in Germany. And pretty much his brother's like, nah, I ain't gonna send my daughter over here, because they're pretty much dumbed down over here. If she was to go to the school system, she'll be dumbed down, you know? So that goes to show you, you know, if you do your research, like Babylon the Great is literally dumbed down. It's dumbed down on purpose, going back to what the brother said. That's why the people don't know what's up from down. You know, you even out here driving, they don't know where they at. They making last minute turn signals. These people are just dumbed down. This also goes to the food. The food is dumbing you down. That's why you gotta watch your diet, watch what you eat. You know, at the end of the day, scriptures do speak of, you know, we shall eat our defiled bread amongst the heathen, just roughly paraphrasing, right? So you really can't escape everything, but you can try your best. But, you know, going back to what we said earlier, you know, we're the men of the Lord. We're able to break down the scriptures, give you this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, tell you the right path in which you should go along into.
Even with this AI situation, man, our people, everyone, actually back on the dumbing down part, used to be able to just look at a map, man, or solve problems on your own, just with a pen and a piece of paper, man. Now every question that people has, it goes straight to the AI, man. And that plan definitely worked. They got a lot of people dumbed down in this society, man. You know, that's why you see a lot of people just all day on their phone, all the time. They don't look up, they don't pay attention to what's going on around them. No. You know, and like the brother said earlier, they love it here, Even though we constantly warning starting from the elders and apostles on down, there's these warnings going out and y'all still don't want to believe it, but at the end of the day, hey, it's gonna happen to you. It's gonna get real bad out here. This is Isaiah 30:8. Now go write it before them in a table and note it in the book, that it may be for the time to come forever and ever. And we're in that time right now. That this is a rebellious people, lying children, children that will not hear the law of the Lord Yahweh, which say to the seers, see not, and to the prophets, prophesy not unto us right things, speak unto us smooth things, prophesy deceits. So they want us to be wrong so bad, man. They want us to be wrong so bad that they don't want to hear this truth, because the truth hurts. But if the truth hurts, say ouch, like the bro always say right here.
Dude.
But hey, eventually these warnings are going to stop, and y'all gonna get the full wrath of Yahweh Shem Yahweh. And Lord willing, we are men. We'll be safe in that time, man, because the rest of you finna catch hell.
I've seen some article where YouTube, they took out thousands of channels, you know, talking about stuff linked to China and Russia and other things. So, you know, we in that time to where this word ain't gonna be accessible no more. That's why you get the word while you can. Seek the Lord while you may be found, because once we not teaching no more, you can't access the videos. Hey, whatever knowledge you collect is what you gonna have. You know, you gonna know if you're part of the elect or not, and if you get delivered or not. So, hey, Jake, you gotta take heed.
Yeah, matter of fact, it goes into Trump's big, beautiful bill. You know, you see that witchcraft that they put on the people, right? That's why you gotta dive into it. Oh, they hear a big, beautiful bill. All right, it's good. It's for our benefit. No, you gotta dive into that thing, right? Those are draconian measures. That is unlawful decrees. Pretty much, really, what they said no is to get the men of the Lord off the streets. Really, that's really what it's going to. I think I saw the other day, if I'm not mistaken, even if you rolling with somebody that has done something wrong, they can grab you up with it. Which, you know, that also is somewhat in the law, you know. What is it? Guilty by association. Yeah. You know, somebody robs a bank and, you know, you're in the car with them, you know, they can grab you up. But it's really like, you just amongst somebody, you know, you just around them, you know, say out and about, they can just grab you up with them, you know, unrighteous decrees. But
that's unrighteous too, because even though that law is in effect, they only enforce it with us.
Yeah.
They don't enforce it with other Edomites. They don't, because they have to preserve that we the good people image, they the bad people image. So they're gonna keep that line drawn in the sand. That's why they're not in trouble as other men with the Trump. This man supposed to been in jail years ago.
He also, I don't know if y'all mentioned it when I walked off, but he also signed an executive order to where he's getting ready to round up you homeless people out here, you know? And I believe, like I told the brothers on the way here, I feel like that's gonna be where they start hitting people with that rice, man. Because you got people out here that say that it's not gonna be, you know, it's not gonna be implanted under the skin, it's something else. But I was reading, I'm gonna just label it as the rice, but I looked on Chat GPT, and I put in the RFID rice or whatnot, and this is what it has said. The RFID rice, radio frequency identification rice, is small electronic device used to store and to transmit data wirelessly using radio waves. Here's a breakdown of what it is and how it's used. An RFID rice consists of a micro, you know what, stores information, and antenna sends and receives signals, often embedded in a tag, card, implant.
See that?
You see that?
Yep.
So it can be implanted, man. And according to the scriptures, when they get ready to start making that mandatory, you're not gonna be able to buy, sell, or trade without it, man. So like the brother says, you're gonna come into that fork in the road where you got to make a dire decision. if you gonna take that rice, or you gonna put your faith in YASHAMIAHLA, and most of you 2/3, y'all gonna take that rice. And the ones that don't, that think they bold, you gonna get decapitated, man. They gonna be chopping heads off. They gonna be killing folks for this thing, man. That's how real it's about to get.
Yeah, these people don't know what's happening. Because a lot of them, they gonna take that chip because you can't put your faith in somebody you don't know. You don't know YASHAMIAHLA, so how can you trust him? Y'all know Jesus. And once y'all figure out that the white boy ain't coming back to save nobody, y'all gonna take that chip. That's when Esau gonna officially become your God.
Yep.
You can't put your faith in somebody you don't know. And if you do, you will be lying. That's why we was encouraging y'all years ago, starting with the apostles, the elders, the bishops, the brothers on down, to start building your faith and your relationship with YASHAMIAHLA. And then he will show that he's present in your life. He will show you that he exists through little miracles here and there. But y'all ain't did that. So y'all don't even know him. So how can you trust somebody you don't know? You can't.
Wasting the grace period on the cares of this life, man.
Exactly.
And that grace period is running out. And the Most High is going to get ready to, he want that payment, bro. And if it's going to be you having to die on this side to be reborn in the kingdom, that's what it's going to be for a lot of it. But we using this grace period to try to draw nigh to the Father and the Son, man.
Exactly. Relationship building. Because guess what? If the Lord don't know you, he ain't sending no chariot for you.
Nope.
What you got something about?
I was gonna say, since we talking about the, Revelation 13 and 16, they definitely gonna start giving that to people who are homeless, and even people who are depressed. Because I'm noticing there's a lot of people that's walking around, they like depressed mentally. They just burnt out. We've been burnt out of this kingdom. But y'all Edomites want to be some weak ass bitches, and act like everything's so hard because now you being affected. We've been being affected for 400 plus years.
Yep.
And now you affected. Nah, man.
You know how when they was giving all those funds and stuff to the migrants, and people was getting pissed off and shit, people was getting real mad and jealous and envious of them, right? What if when they put these homeless folks in these concentration camps and they start hitting them with that rice, and they go from shit to sugar, and the people that don't have it start to lose everything, they gonna start to get envious of those so-called homeless folks, and they gonna run right and get that rice.
That's what they gonna do.
Just like that. That's just me speaking as a man, but it just makes sense because Esau always got some type of wild card he wanna pull out his ass, man.
Yeah, he bringing division, number one. Number two, now you envying the oppressed, so that's gonna make you want to do what they doing. And number three, he put this in motion a long time ago when he made being homeless illegal. So he could be justified. He justifying himself to round them up. Because all he got to do is say, well, it's illegal to be homeless, so we got to take you.
And that's also can be used to get up the man of the Lord.
Yep.
As you read in the scriptures, matter of fact. I'm going to get this in my second Esdras 16 and 40. Give me 1 second. Right? That's just another way, just me speaking as a man, but the Lord does speak of, scriptures do speak of us being out there in the wilderness, So technically what that means, we gonna be homeless. So they're gonna have, in their unrighteous decrees, their so-called right to come after the men of the Lord and their families. So you have to be spiritually prepared for this, right? That's Ecclesiastes, Slaki. Second Esdras 16. I'll turn to it. This is second Esdras 16 and verse 40. O my people, hear my word, make you ready to thy battle, and in those evils be even as pilgrims upon the earth. What that means, you're not going to have a home truly. Then they speak of Yahushua. He didn't have a home for a little minute too. See? The servant is not greater than his master. Right? It says be ready for that battle. So you have to spiritually prepare yourself. You can't physically, But the ultimate thing is spiritually, because the spiritual side is going to take care of everything else, right? Not to say that it is most certainly wise to get yourself in shape, right? Most certainly wise, you know, if you know the famine's coming, gather up some food for the famine, just in case. But the ultimate thing is to spiritually build yourself up, be in these scriptures, serve Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua, as the brother said earlier. They choosing that white boy. That's who they know. That's why it's going to be so easy for them to take that sea hip, the rice. Let me get some more on that. As it reads, he that selleth, let him be as he that fleeth away, and he that buyeth as one that will lose. And he that occupy merchandise as he that have no profit by it, and he that buildeth as he shall not dwell therein. He that soweth as he shall not reap, so also he that planteth the vineyard as he shall not gather the grapes. They that are married as they that shall not go no children, and they that marry not as the widowers, and therefore they that labor in vain, right? So it pretty much goes down into, you have a business, you have great possessions, count that all as a loss, man. Understand that you're gonna lose that anyways. Really, if you in this truth, you ain't losing nothing. You got everything to gain. Look at Job. He had great possessions. The Lord gave that back to him tenfold. You gotta expect that to happen to you. The servant is not greater than his master, man. So yeah, you may have a nice car, nice house, nice this and nice that. But when you're in this truth, you understand that sea hip, when that rice is implemented, we out of here, man. We laying everything down for Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua.
We gotta get comfortable with being uncomfortable.
Yeah.
I got a precept to what you brought out. This is Matthew 6, verse 19. It says, "Lay not up for yourselves treasures upon earth, where moth and rust do corrupt, and where thieves do break through and steal. But lay up for yourselves treasures in heaven, where neither moth nor rust do corrupt, and where thieves do not break through nor steal. For where your treasure is, there will your heart be also." So if your treasures in this world, your focus, your desires in this world, and you gonna do everything that comes with it, including taking that device, man. But if you're not laying up your treasures on this earth, you're doing it with Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, then you ain't gonna worry about that stuff, man. You know, we're not going to getting rich or trying to, be hella, successful or be famous. We don't care about none of that, because you got to sell out. You got to bend over and meet the booty warrior, man. We ain't trying to do that, We ain't trying to be daddies over here, man. Like your boy, Gorilla Brew, whatever his name is. He's completely out of faith now.
Completely.
Yeah.
Oh, you want to bring it out?
Yeah, he done, man. It's like we told y'all last week. He told y'all a long time ago, had you had the ear salve to hear it. When they asked him at that interview, he was locked up. Would he rather be locked up with the Crips or the Israelites? He said the Crips. And to double down on that, not only did he go back to the Crips, he went back to the Christians. This dude got baptized under cheese and rice, in the name of cheese and rice. So that says a lot about him. That says that, number one, he never believed in the first place in Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. Number two, it shows that he never changed. He even admitted it. It's like he's still that same nigga. And he shows it because of how he do. Look how he did those Passovers and strip clubs and shit.
That's some Christian
totally
shit.
Disrespectful. And now he went back to cheese and rice. He never left cheese and rice. He's an opportunist. He found a way to make some money.
Y'all remember that dude, which I may do a lesson on it, one of the elders posted up. Y'all remember that dude that said when he met Gorilla Hebrew, it was like meeting cheese and rice.
Yeah, I remember that.
Y'all remember that?
I remember that.
Flacco or something. Flacco, that dark-skinned Chuck.
Yeah.
He was in the interview.
Yep.
It was like meeting cheese and rice himself.
So if this man got the spirit of Jesus, that is not the spirit of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. So that tells you everything you need to know about this dude. And then another statement he made, he said that I created Issachar. And then that's when we brought out the scripture If it is of man, it will come to naught.
Yep.
But if it is of Yahweh YASHAMIAHLA, it will come to pass. So him creating Shikari out of his own self-will versus it coming into being under the power of Yahweh YASHAMIAHLA. Now GMS, I'm sure, is of the power and will of Yahweh YASHAMIAHLA, not one single man. He just used men to push his truth throughout the four corners of the earth, certain select men. Most of these men are in GMS. Not saying that there are not other men, because yes, there are other men who teach the likewise doctrine. Those men as well are included. So you can easily see the distinction between the sincere and the non-sincere by how they move, how they act. Look at the fruit they bring forth. They bring forth a whole bunch of rejects and a whole bunch of mistress monsters. That's not of Yahweh YASHAMIAHLA. They bring forth a whole bunch of people that start shit. I ain't gonna call no camp names, but they know who they are.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the apostles wasn't passing out flyers or, online saying join our camp, man. You might have other camps doing that.
Burgers and fringes.
Yeah, the apostles, they just did the work, and then, wherever the party elect, they came in,
And a lot of those Sakari cats, especially the really Hebrew, they had that pride on them. Thought that they were just something. Just thought they were somebody big. And pride, when you had that pride, that destruction follows that, man. And it just took a little time for you to be exposed, and it actually all came out. But ultimately, I'm just gonna bring this scripture out because a lot of brothers out here with that pride and think they are somebody is shit. You ain't shit, man. This is Galatians 6:3. For if a man think himself to be something when he is nothing, he deceiveth himself, man. And you deceived yourself thinking you was a man of the Lord, thinking you was somebody, man. But you never stop following behind cheese and rice, bro. You doing shit that cheese and rice was doing, man. Getting pegged and shit like that, bro.
Yeah.
So, hey, and I think I seen something about him saying it was his followers' fault that they followed him.
Yeah, that they believed in him.
Hold himself not guilty. That's a devil's move right there. Esau doesn't hold himself guilty.
It's your fault for believing in me. Nigga, what? Now, first and foremost, we believe in Yahweh YASHAMIAHLA, right? The full truth, 100% truth. But the Lord has set up men for you to look at as an example to follow. You should have been that unto your followers. An example of men to follow, but no, you was in folly as the brother was bringing out. You was being a booty warrior behind the scenes, Peg, whatever you want to call it. Pegatron. Behind the scenes, man, doing wickedness behind the scenes. As Elder Manasseh did a lesson, 2 weeks ago now, how he truly didn't change. When you come into this thing, you're supposed to change, man. That old man's supposed to be washed away, but nah, you still carry that since you was 9 years old. That's what you said.
Hey, you said it. Thou sayest, man.
Thou sayest.
I got a precept on there. This is the book of John, chapter 3. We'll start at verse 28. Ye yourselves bear me witness that I said I am not Hamashiach, but that I am sent before him. He that the bride is the bridegroom, but the friend of the bridegroom which standeth and heareth him rejoiceth greatly because of the bridegroom's voice. This is my joy, therefore is fulfilled. Now listen to this. He must increase, but I must decrease. That's the point I was getting at. You can't be big enough yourself over the power that sent you to awaken the elect. You can't put yourself before this truth. You can't be out here making merchandise of the Father's house, of the Father's business, being an opportunist. You can't put that before the Lord's elect. You can't put that before serving the throne. But he did. And look where he at now. The Lord spewed him out.
I got the scripture we quoted earlier in Acts 5. So like Acts 5 and verse 38. And now I say unto you, refrain from these men, let them alone. For if this counsel or this work be of men, it will come to naught. But if it be of power, ye cannot overthrow it. Least happily you will be found even to fight against Yahweh Bashim. That's why when he said that this land was a movement, it's a community, we knew what your MO was, right? Because this thing, as the brother said earlier, this thing is of Yahweh Bashim. You cannot overthrow it. Or you're going to find yourself literally fighting against Yahweh Bashim. Literally, what that means? Men and Lord going to get that spiritual power, man. Men, y'all right desire, we are those men. We gonna be those. We gonna be the judges of the earth, man. We gonna be implemented with that power, man. You gonna be fighting against the angels. You gonna be fighting against our big brother, our Savior, Yahweh Shai. Right? You gonna find out the hard way that this thing was the truth. This thing ain't a movement. Yes, movements don't last, man. That's why you fizzled out.
Yeah, and y'all brothers, if y'all haven't seen it, go see that movie, Fantastic Four, man. I think it's very spiritual.
I watched it last night.
Yeah, it definitely has some gemstones in there as far as words that they use and how they say it.
How they saying the words they use. You as the men of the Lord, we able to pick it out like, okay, I see.
I'm watching the movie. I'm over here writing down scriptures and I'm watching the movie. Like, that's just how we think. Like, we look at everything in a spiritual way.
Spiritual eyes and ears.
Yeah. We can't like unsee it in a spiritual way. It's just in us.
Yeah, I just hate that the Silver Surfer was a woman, female. Because in the past, it's always been a man. I always equated that, just me speaking as a man and just through the spirit, Galactus was like Yahweh, and Silver Surfer is Yahweh Shai, right? Pretty much, having the kingdom come to him, That's just me speaking as a man,
I will say this, I ain't gonna spoil the movie for brothers if they ain't seen it, but they use the word herald. I looked at
herald,
what that means.
Yep.
That means commander or ruler, and we know Yahweh Shai is, he rules everything. So, that's all I'm gonna say. I ain't gonna spoil the movie for brothers.
I want to see that. I ain't thinking with that 40 acres. Really check out that 40 acres as well. Like they saying a lot of subliminal things is going on in that movie as well. Likewise with all other movies, there's always some subliminal messages in it because Esau knows. You Jakes, y'all don't know. Y'all ain't paying attention, but Esau definitely knows.
You have spiritual eyes and ears, you'll catch everything Esau throwing at you in these movies on the low. Just like that movie they cloned Tyrone. A lot of messages and spiritual messages in there.
Man.
But the average Jake can see it's just another nigga movie.
They don't even care.
They don't. They do not consider.
Yep.
Shoot, Boondocks even predicted that chicken situation, man. You see how niggas was going crazy for the chicken, and and now look at you, you're not doing so good, right? How they pumped up all those chemicals and shit in that chicken, man. That's why, even when you bring a chicken at home, you gotta be worried about it, because Edom knows we love chicken, man. He knows that. Even the watermelon.
Yeah, it's all seedless.
All seedless, and he tried to make fun of Jake, saying that we like, watermelon and chicken. When you really go into it, watermelon has a whole bunch of benefits in it.
Yeah.
Whole bunch of benefits in it.
The green part, the rind, it has a lot of benefits, man, especially for a man.
The elder apostles are always talking about that with the rind, with the watermelon rind. He will juice it.
Yeah.
He will drink that. I've done it a couple times. It's pretty decent too.
See, that's Esau's MO. That's how he tried to shame you. It's part of his defense mechanism. He tried to make you feel shame for your gifts and your advantages. Mm-hmm. Like he tried to make you feel ashamed because you got melanin in your skin.
But they out here extracting melanin from our people.
Y'all seen that appear to be Edomite woman? I don't know if y'all seen it before, but she was taking melanin injections, and now she darker than me. She darker than all of us here. She darker than all of us here.
What these people don't know is just because you injecting it into your body, you still might get skin cancer. Matter of fact, you might accelerate it. Because what is melanin to a white person? It's a foreign agent.
Yeah.
It's not supposed to be there. So naturally, your body gonna reject it. You wasn't born with it. Anything you wasn't born with, your body's gonna reject it naturally.
Yeah,
So you still done.
Yeah, you should look at her. She done got, because she's trying to emulate Eve. So she got the lip injections.
See?
She got, which it just looked nasty, the breast injections. But like, she has no ass. But I'm like, I thought you were trying to emulate Eve. You got no ass. You got the huge ass titties. You're dark as hell, but you got the blonde, well, Eve does that. You just looking weird as shit.
What Edomites about to find out is that racism is expensive. Because you being a racist probably gonna cost you your life. Because you got a whole bunch of foreign agents in your body that your body's gonna reject. And they also finding out that racism is expensive because they losing their farms left and right. Get your ass out there and put them peaches in that basket. You can take it to the farmer's market if you want that bread. Black farmers never took their hand off the plow. What's your excuse?
Didn't they say they can come after black farmers?
They said they're going to start burning down black farms. The same shit, they're going right back to Tulsa, Oklahoma.
Yep.
They hate to see so-called black people doing it big, handling their business.
Yeah.
We told y'all, hey, don't give Esau too much credit because that little bitch still in there. You just got to put in the right code.
Hey, you might get pulled over, man.
Drown towns as well.
That little bitch still in there.
I've been seeing a lot of videos, man, about them sundown towns lately, man. And that video about that Jake that got pulled over in Florida where the Edomites
punched him.
Yeah, the Edomites tearing the bus up in the window. If I have to that lady, man, she want to be a damn Jake, man, so damn bad. You know, you can't have our rhythm, man. You know what I'm saying? You want to have that rhythm, but you ain't gonna be able to deal with the blues, man.
Yeah, I most definitely believe through the spirit. Yeah, I most definitely believe through the spirit. That's an Edomite. You can tell. She just darker than the average Jake.
Just because you inject yourself with melanin and trying to look like us, it don't change your genetic code.
Exactly. You still an Edomite. My thing is this. You so filled with racism and hate, why you want to be what you hate? That is still mind-boggling to me. You want to be something that you hate. So it's really that you don't hate us. You are envious of us. It's not hate, it's envy.
Oh, I found this. Yeah, this is what I was quoting earlier while I was looking for the black farmers thing. It says, citizens don't hang around illegals if you don't want to be detained. That's what I was talking about earlier. How it's an unrighteous decree. Like, even if you just around somebody and they go, pretty much jack them up, you could be jacked up too. So that's unrighteous decrees. They telling you right there in front of your face, man.
You know what else they saying with that statement too? That this is a wicked kingdom.
Yeah.
Because they are still constantly rounding up the righteous, but letting the wicked roam free. The wicked are not under any laws. Look at your president. Yeah, they rounding up the righteous, but they're not punishing the wicked at all because this is a wicked kingdom. A wicked kingdom hates the righteous. And that's why they are rounding up the righteous. These people ain't got no criminal records. They still getting rounded up. And Trump lying, talking about he want to get rid of all the criminals. Okay, when y'all leaving?
When y'all leaving, nigga.
Because the biggest criminals are in the White House. As you can see, the biggest criminals are pulling Trump strings.
She dyed the dog fur and tail pink.
See, that's what you call being in Babylon too long.
You got blonde hair.
I'm blonde hair.
That's crazy work.
That's crazy work. That's nasty.
See, she been in Babylon too long.
Because she doing animal shoes and socks.
She doing what the Babylonians do.
But through these, when I seen one of them pushing them in the stroller, he was sitting in the stroller. I'm like, hell no, y'all crazy as hell.
Yeah, I told you why Petco and PetSmart got a clothing section for dogs and cats. That cosplay.
Another thing with Edom too, we got a group of Edomites out here right now. They out here trying to build a white only town, man. Where where no so-called blacks could be at.
It will
They already
implode.
got
But
it.
it will-
They already
it
got it though.
It would be destroyed.
It'll
You know what I'm saying?
implode overnight because Esau can't contain their jealousy and their hate. They're jealous of one another.
Yeah.
The nation of Edom never had any solidarity. They only came together to take down the common enemy. But after they handle that, they right back at each other's throats.
Yeah.
Look at Democrats and Republicans. They can't get along. Look at any type of any type of United States agencies, government entities. Look at your government, how they at each other's throats. They can't come together and agree on nothing. They claim they want to bring out the names on the Epstein list. The same dude, they call him MAGA Mike, the House Speaker. Yeah, he claimed he wanted to bring out the names on the list, but he wanted to protect the victims. But this, mind you, this is the same guy that blocked it 3 times. So you don't want to you want to protect the victims. The offenders would have been in jail years ago.
Yes.
But y'all chose to hide it because it wasn't about protecting the victims. It's about protecting the elites on that list. And they want to ask why the Democrats didn't bring out the list because they on there too. Clinton, all of them on there. So that it's not about the victims. If it was about the victims, that island would have never existed.
How y'all let that slide by you in the first place anyways?
Because elites, world leaders, politicians.
Yep.
You got princes on there, so-called princes, because ain't shit royal about them.
Yep.
Except for the jewels they stole. But other than that, no, they don't want to. Esau's not, this thing about the elites. This is their biggest fear. It's not jail time. It's not paying a fine. It's about their identities being revealed as a pedophile because the wicked operate, they move in darkness. They maintain their what they call it, identical immunity, if that's the word. That's why they got a front man, the face of the government, Trump.
Yeah.
They doing all they work through him. They don't want to be in front of cameras because that takes away their power. They operate through the power of secrecy. So if they're secret, they're exposed, they're on Front Street, their power is gone. And then not only that, they would be known in public as pedophiles. Credibility gone. That's more powerful to them. So yeah, they're not afraid of jail time or paying a huge fine. They're afraid of being exposed. That's their biggest fear. That's why they using Trump to absorb the brunt of it.
And he tweeted, "Stop talking about them Epstein files," or something like that.
No, but that was one of your that was one of the things that you ran your campaign on.
Yeah.
So these people expect you to deliver. But since Trump has been in office, what has he actually delivered on that he's promised? Nothing.
He's been bagging out on all the little companies he speak on.
That's why they call him Taco. Trump always chickens out. He always reneging. He always backtrack. That's what taco means. But see, to me, Trump is not an ordinary taco. He's a taco supreme. And they're finna get it for insider trading too, because he was giving little secrets of what he was gonna do, and that gave signals to the traders to either buy or sell.
Yep.
Matter of fact, that insurance dude that got taken out, he was supposed to testify against Nancy Pelosi for insider trading 10 days from the day he got murdered. Guess what I seen yesterday? Nancy Pelosi put out a book on how to do insider trading and get away with it. That was the name of the book.
Wow. See that?
They're not in trouble as other men. Martha Stewart, insider trading, never did a day in jail.
They're not in trouble as other men.
They teach you how to do wickedness, man. Even
They teach you how to get away with it.
Way with it too.
even Chat GPT teaching people how to murder and get away with it as well. That's going around as well. So hey, this man's pushing how to do wickedness and get away with it. You Jakes, a lot of y'all like to get into wickedness, like to think of what to do in the wickedness. You gonna follow some of that shit. And he gonna come and get your ass, man.
Yeah, you ain't him.
Not him, man, because he not in trouble this other man, Jake. Always getting fucked over.
You better definitely watch how you walk out here. Let me tell you what AI really is, since a lot of y'all confused. First of all, artificial means fake.
Yep.
Since y'all putting all y'all chips on AI.
Yep.
Number two, AI ain't never Esau disguising his voice.
Yep.
He's behind this. Even if AI is exposing Esau, telling on him here and there, there's still Esau's voice in disguise. It's one of those things where you got to chew the meat and spit out the bone.
Yeah.
But if you don't know what a bone is, how you gonna spit it out? You always believe in everything you put in your mouth is meat. That's where the scriptures come in at. It teaches you what's real and what's not. But if you don't have these, you're gonna believe everything is meat. And what's gonna happen? You're gonna end up choking on the bone.
And matter of fact, I believe you said it out, you know, they're relying on this technology too much.
Yeah.
Now, this AI shit can be a double-edged sword. As the brother said, you got to be able to chew the meat and spit out the bones. You don't have that spiritual discernment, you're going to get caught up out here looking stupid, man. Right? Because we're able to use the AI, the chat GPT for our benefits, you know, to pretty much relay what we say, you know, back to Slakia to back up what we say. We're able to use it, you know, as you see with brothers' videos, sometimes I use it as well, you know, to really back up what we saying, get a little more information on it, and we gain a little more wisdom to it. But these regular common folk, these goyim, right, they don't have the spirit, they utilize it every day, but they're still dumb as hell. They're still not growing. They showed you in the South Park episode that just came out. They're over there talking to AI. They making over here friendships. Matter of fact, you got niggas out here making chat GPT or whatever they own girlfriend, man. That's why I said this thing could be a double-edged, most definitely a double-edged sword. It's how you use it.
Right.
But we can see through the cracks, you know, at the end of the day, as I quoted the scripture earlier in 2nd Ezra 16 and verse 40 on down, you know, we have the wisdom to let all this stuff go. They don't have that, man. They, like I said, they're over there literally making chat GPT their girlfriend, man. And they got a whole wife at home. And their wife is looking at them like, nigga, what? Yeah, y'all should look that up, man. They over there looking at them like, what?
They got movies on Netflix like Subservience where they show you that the dude's wife died or something, or he thought she died, and
She was
had
sick.
a robot in there.
He brought that robot in to take care of, help him take care of his sick wife. He ended up beating down the robot.
Come on, man.
That's what's going on now, though.
That's why we told y'all, if you don't have this,
Yep.
you're gonna take everything AI spew out as being meat, and you're gonna end up choking on the bone, because you don't know what a bone is. Esau gonna present it all as meat. No, it's not. You have to learn spiritual discernment. The only way you're gonna get that is through the Holy Spirit.
You do earn not knowing the scriptures, man.
They the man of sin, for sure. There ain't nobody else, man. Who else is it? Who else is the wicked? It's them. They the ones, they got the power to push all this wickedness out there, and you people just believe in it.
They don't want to believe it. They rather keep their head buried in the sand. Because my sister even said she don't watch the news because it's too depressing. Well, I'm like, guess what? You running from reality is not going to stop the inevitable. Sooner or later, you're going to have to deal with reality. No, better yet, sooner or later, reality is going to deal with you. Because it ain't going to be no more running. It ain't going to be no more sand to put your head down in. You're going to have to face it. So you might as well embrace it now. Embrace the idea of this country being destroyed, because it's going to happen whether you want it to or not. Embrace, and matter of fact, it should be a weight lifted off your shoulders, knowing that this place is going to be destroyed, because the source of oppression is about to come to an end, and then you're going to be free. What is there to be afraid of? It's like It's like you Babylonians have been institutionalized, like you've been in prison. You are afraid of freedom because you have been institutionalized.
Stockholm.
Exactly. You rather stay here paying endless taxes, endless bills, going through endless bullshit Esau put you through just because he wants to. That what kind of sane mind would prefer that over being in a righteous kingdom? That's why the Lord gonna put some of y'all down, because some of y'all too far gone to bring back. And it's the best thing for you. The Lord says it's mercy, because it's getting you out of this madness, this insanity that you call America.
This ain't living, man. Us having to go to work every day, just having to even breathe the same air as you did, we might.
Exactly.
We have to talk to you. We don't want to talk to you. We don't want to kick it with you. We don't even want to look at you. We want you to be exterminated. Like Obadiah said.
We the only ones paying taxes. Humans. Animals ain't paying tax. Plants ain't paying tax.
We got to pay for water. Damn food, man. The Lord didn't say, thou shalt pay for it. No, he didn't say that.
Exactly.
You came up with that shit.
The planet is 73% water. Why we gotta pay for it?
Come on, man. And matter of fact, this niggas over here polluting it, man. Right? And I believe you said it, what was it, last week, couple of weeks ago? You know, start raining out here.
Yeah.
All of a sudden we, because it's happening with me right now. It's like I'm not sick, but I'm over here coughing up fleas, sneezing all this fleas. I'm like, what the hell is this? I'm not sick, I'm good. I'm able to run, jump, and do all this. Like, what the hell is this?
When it rain bring that shit down, they spraying. I can almost set my clock to it.
Yeah.
And then
Hey,
look, chemtrails as we
look at that,
speak.
as we speak.
This man he don't know how to stop. And it takes a real idiot to hop in the plane, spray chemtrails, land the plane just to breathe the shit in. Him and his family. What kind of idiot does that?
And the people that work for them.
Exactly, but you so smart, you superior. You killing yourself softly and your family. Ain't nothing intelligent about that. You doing all this for some money that's about to become worthless. The dollar right now is under 10 cents. But you'll sell out to all manner of wickedness for this piece of paper that you worship. Y'all stupid as hell. Y'all destroy yourself for a piece of paper that's about to become worthless. You're gonna feel real stupid when you reflect back to all the wickedness that you did just to end up at the same place in the road. You broke, you still broke. You did it to avoid poverty, but you ended right back up at poverty because now the money's worthless that you sold your soul for. Now you feel real stupid. You should.
Dumbass niggas. I got, we quote this scripture a lot. Sirach 14 and verse 5. He that is evil to himself, to whom will he be good? He shall not take pleasure in his own goods. I'm going to get verse 7. And he doeth good, he doeth it unwillingly. And at the last he would declare his wickedness. So we bring out these scriptures to pretty much expose you the spirit of Esau Edom. He's over here being evil to himself. Right? How is he doing that? To get at us. He's being evil to his own people. He's not treating his own people right. That's how they always been. Throwing his own brothers under the bus.
Yep.
Right? Heaping the blessing of ruling the world for the most part to himself. Right? Yeah, it's sprinkled to all the other tribes of Esau, Edom, but Amalek, he pretty much has the bulk of it. Matter of fact, over there when the plague was coming through, they were some of the first ones to get the yab, right? And I believe also, if I'm not mistaken, a lot of them got the sea hip too, or that's Sweden or somewhere else. I forget where, but somewhere else as well. When the plague went through, there's another place I had to look it up. They all got sea hipped up, man. Over there in one of these countries where it's predominantly Edomites that live there for the most part.
It was Sweden.
Sweden.
Now they've been tagged over there. You know why? They've been tagged over there because when C-19 first hit, They didn't have any cases over there in Sweden.
Yeah.
They was already tagged. So, I mean, there was no need to push a false narrative over there because the goal has already been achieved in Sweden. Remember, the end game is to get you to take something. They already took it. There was no need for the propaganda over there. But see, they broke y'all down over here by constantly pumping that lie around the clock 24/7. Esau believes that if you tell a lie long enough, eventually it becomes true. No, you tell a lie long enough, it makes you out to be the liar that the Bible says you are.
People trusting this man, trusting this enemy, man. We tell y'all time and time again about how these Edomites be moving. I'm gonna get the book of Sirach, chapter 12, I'm gonna read 10 and 12. Never trust an enemy. This is a GNT as well. Never trust an enemy. His wickedness is as destructive as rust. Watch out and be on guard against him. Even if he acts ever so humble. He is like a metal mirror that rusts away if you don't keep it polished. Seat an enemy at your right hand, and the next thing you know, he will be trying to get your own place of honor. Put him not next to you, and he will overthrow you. Then you will realize the truth of my words and be stung with the regret when you remember them. So don't put your trust in this man, because eventually you're going to see that what you put trust in him, put your trust in, is going to end up being your destruction, man.
Yeah.
That's why you see a lot of people that took their yab, their Kool-Aid, a lot of them passed on, man.
Yeah.
It's still people passing on today from that yab.
We told them, man, first, when they did the first study of the long-term effects of this shit, they said first it takes 5 years off your life. Then they did another study. That number went from 5 to 28 years. So if that's true, people gonna start dying earlier in life because it's clogging them up. That's why you getting blood clots, strokes, heart attacks, myocarditis, whatever, however you say it. That heart condition, that it inflames the walls of your heart.
That one Jake, that Raptors, Chris Bosh, he had a blood clot.
See? People still dying for it. And now, at the same time, people had learned their lesson the hard way from that, and now they learning the same lesson all over again by putting their trust in the golden child. Told y'all not to trust him. Go ahead, bro.
Yeah, I was about to say, when that plague was coming through, I remember because my girl's mother was in the hospital. Her mother's mother-in-law was in the hospital, and her husband's in the hospital. And they can pretty much attest that really, they were trying to kill him too. If you look up, you know, because I had posted up when that happened, even a doctor pretty much, well, one of the nurses, I should say, exposed that when that was going on, they was trying to kill people off the map. They wasn't really taking care of them, right? And I pretty much saw firsthand. They wasn't taking care of them. They wasn't trying to feed them. Wasn't trying to give them all this medicine. And my girl's mother's father-in-law ended up passing away, right? And it was to the point, some people around that time, you couldn't even go to some people's funerals, man. That's how bad it was, because her aunt's son had passed away. He got gunned down, which, you know, man's going to the Lord. I believe they was going after the wrong person, you know, mistaken identity, ended up shooting him up. They couldn't even go to his funeral. I was like, man, that's rough. Can't even go to your own son's funeral? Because everybody all scared about, you know, the plague going on. But us as the men of the Lord, we was like, hey, fuck this. Because we truly have faith in YASHAMIAHLA. You Christians don't. When that plague went through, that exposed a lot of you Christians that y'all don't have faith in the Lord, man.
We wasn't scared, man. We was just annoyed, man.
Yeah, we was annoyed.
We was ready for whatever was going to happen, man. You know, at that time. I know I was. I was like, man, the hell with this. I ain't trying to work for them, man.
Yeah, because I was at work Slocky, brother. I'm gonna say this real quick. I was at work and they had us to wear the mask. I'm like, this is hell, man.
I got asthma, man. I can't
So
breathe.
yeah, what I did, I just put it down under my nose. I just did that shit. At least I can breathe. Everybody else got it all the way over their nose the whole time. Here it is, we working 10 hours or so a day. I'm like, you niggas is killing yourself, man.
People at my job still rocking masks to this day.
Yep. I'm starting to see it more and more too, lately too.
And like you said, it only exposes the faith that you don't have because you don't have any faith. Because y'all take Esau pseudo-signs over the Lord protecting. You said you're one of his children, right? But why are you seeking your enemy's counsel versus your father's protection? Y'all ain't got no faith. Told y'all, only thing y'all learn how to do up in that church is to lie, shuck, and jive. No particular order.
Man, y'all was taking that color people left and right, man. When
Oh, man.
Y'all get mad if you ain't taking it. When you go down there and let them kill you. Don't worry about me. And hey, a lot of people that took it, it's their own testimony. They ain't been right since. I know you ain't. I'm surprised you still breathing.
Hey, that's just the Lord prolonging your misery.
I'm saying that what they run around and talk about how they got faith.
Yeah.
Running around with that mask on.
You trust every word that come out of your enemy's mouth. When the Lord told you, never trust thine enemy. But you trust him because you think he loves you. You think your enemy likes you. When he done showed you in every way imaginable that he hates your guts. But you don't believe what's right in front of your face. You believe your feelings, your emotions. And what did the Lord say? He said, do not believe your heart. Your heart will lead you to your destruction. And that goes back, in this case, it's talking about your emotions. Your heart is your mind, but your mind is where your emotions lie. It's where they live, it's where they dwell. It's where that's where they are. Your mind and your emotions are the same thing pretty much. But you have to learn how to discern emotion from reality, emotion from logic. You have to draw a line. That line gets blurred. You're done because you don't know how to distinguish between the two. You can't tell a lie from reality that this man is trying to put you in a trick bag. You don't stand a chance out here. That means you don't have on the full armor of the Lord.
That one, we talking about the blood clots, that one NBA player, Victor, yeah, he had a blood clot. He just came to the league like 2 years ago.
I don't know if he took the thing or not, but that also happens to a lot of taller people out here as well. They get blood clots because
I think David Miller had one too.
Yeah. If I'm not mistaken too. But yeah, if you look it up too, a lot of taller people end up having blood clots because we back in the day we used to be tall as hell too. We used to have those bodies that were first not made to decay. Hey, we was gods of the earth. We was tall, we was strong. But nowadays you're tall. You don't have that same ancient man body that we used to have. So you see a lot of these taller players, they end up getting blood clots or heart attacks eventually as they grow older, because really that's a taxing on your body over here, man. And the food is not replenishing all the nutrients that you're supposed to have, especially when you're that tall. So it's really like a detriment. Yeah, at first when you're young and all that stuff, it's all good. But later in life, it starts to really catch up with you. That's why you see the blood clots. That's why you see them really start to break down. Like a lot of these players in the NBA, a lot of times they tall as hell, but they don't really have a long career for the most part. Not all the time.
A lot of that's due to Esau's influence, how he's weaponizing the food, the water. The very world you live in, he's weaponizing it against you because, and especially if you're an Israelite, because he knows that this world that the Lord created for us is naturally against him. That's why he declared war on the water, declared war on the air. He declared war on everything because the Lord has spiritually declared this world against him. That's why he can't come outside and play. He gonna burn up.
Yeah, because man, one of the elders had posted up. literally, oh, it was Elder Apostle Tahar. He did a lesson a couple days ago. He was like, man, look it up. We had this appear-to-be Edomite woman said she literally wants to have children with so-called black men because she wants her children to be able to play outside. And you said it.
I saw that.
You said it, yeah.
She wanted the baby to be strong.
Strong,
To be able to survive.
Because she knows that Israelites have dominant genes. Edomites have recessive genes. They're not dominant. So if you have a baby by an Edomite, you're going to be weak as fuck. Across the board. You're going to cry on sight. You're going to cry on cute. Just a weak ass motherfucker, man.
Suck it up, little
Don't
nigga.
nobody want to deal with no child like that. Exactly.
Get out of my room!
It's gonna be emotional and weak as fuck, man. Don't nobody want no child like that.
You gonna start destroying shit.
Over there punching the
That's
walls
Out
and
of
shit.
emotion.
I want to kill you, mom. Like, nah, man, we don't do that, man.
No,
Don't do that.
because these are Edomite spirits within these children. You are of your father's seed. That's why they want to bear children with Israelite men. Notice I said the word bear children. Men beget children, women bear children. So you're not having anything on your own, Eve. No. You have a spirit put into you. That spirit is incubated through your body. You bring forth what was put in you.
Yeah.
You didn't create anything.
You're not a damn lizard.
Exactly.
That's what these women trying to equate themselves. Oh, I'm the mother goddess. I can just pop out of. No.
Where's that in the scriptures?
It takes two to tangle, right? Only some of the only creatures that are able to do that, which literally they are cloning themselves. You got some lizards that do it, frogs that do it, plants that do it sometimes.
Yeah, they call it.
Right.
The term is asexual reproduction.
Yeah.
Meaning they don't need sperm or egg from another. They can produce a being on their own. It's called asexual.
Biology class.
Mono dragons sometimes.
I'm telling you, math,
Right.
science is my shit. It's like, I don't know, it's like when I learn math and science and music and languages, it's not like I'm learning them. It's like I'm relearning what I already knew.
Yeah.
That's why I can understand math and science so easy. Because I already knew this information once upon a time in the past life. Just like I naturally gravitate toward music and the languages. It's all one. You know, and a lot of people can't pick this stuff up for nothing, but I naturally gravitate to it. It's like second nature to me. You know, and brothers, they have different talents across the board. You know, they were given their different talents. These happen to be mine, you know.
Yeah.
Not bragging, but, you know, that's how the Lord split it.
And we the wisest man upon the planet. We the most talented and the wisest man upon the earth. So a lot of this stuff is going to come naturally. Like the brother said, and amongst the brothers, you do have your specific talents and elements that you're good at too.
And that was always my subject too in school. Like I was always, be good at that area of science. I always liked science. I ain't gonna say it's history, but it's needed like history, a lot of it. But I always was interested really in learning my own history. But you know, Esau ain't gonna teach you that. He ain't gonna teach you the truth. We know that.
I mean, this goes all the way back to the ancient world. Everybody came from around the world. I think it was the Timbuktu to learn the sciences and the math from Israelites.
Yep, from King Solomon too.
Yeah.
First King.
Israel had the knowledge, man. And everybody got it from us, man. We were the former of all things. I'm gonna bring that out. Jeremiah 10 and 16. The portion of Jacob is not like them, for he is the former of all things, and Israel is the rod of his inheritance. The Lord of hosts is his name, man. So we are the originators. Point blank period, man.
My brother want to get told I once knew this. I'm trying to bring it in scripture.
So like Elder Malcolm, his area is history. That's why he's one of my favorite elders, because he ties the secular world, secular history in with the scriptures. And it all comes to light.
That's something that he did in his past life, and you know he's doing it now. And I can see the elder. He's like, man, he's gained more talents.
Yeah.
You know.
Lord increased them.
Yeah, increase them. Now it's like, okay, the brothers even bringing out even more and even more books.
Yeah, he will give you your life. He's gonna give you your talent. You have to use whatever talent the Lord gave you to wake up his elect.
That might be it, yeah. Those that want students.
This is Jude 1 and 5. I will therefore put you in remembrance, though ye once knew this, how the Lord hath saved the people out of the land of Egypt, afterward destroyed them that believed not. You know, so our people, we knew things, man. Like this brother gravitates to certain things in his life. He might have gravitated to them in his past life. You know, preaching in your past life, you preach in this life. You was born in your past life, you probably born in this life, you know?
Spirit of the host, subject to the host.
To the host.
Spirit of the prophet, subject to the prophet.
Yep.
So whatever you doing now, you was doing it in your past life.
Hey, Gorilla Hebrew.
He was pigging it up back then, he pigging it up now.
Yeah, he was getting it in with the
In
Romans, man.
that Bath house.
Yeah.
Man,
He probably was a man heart.
could have been.
Remember what the scripture say, they sell a boy as a harlot, a girl for drink, a girl for wine so that they might drink. He might have been one of them boys passed around in the ancient world because he gravitated back to that same behavior in this life.
Probably a whoremonger too.
Him and his father, right? Him and his father. If I'm not mistaken, as the brothers have brought out, that his father was in that lifestyle, being wicked, like
See?
You might be part of NAMBLA, man. North American Man Boy Love Association. You know? Who
It's-
knows? I ain't
it's-
saying that's back, but
That's
it could
crazy.
They part of that 2/3 lot, man.
Yeah.
Or it could be that when the Lord was about to be murdered, they said, let his blood be upon us and our children. Hey, the Lord honoring that.
Really?
Everything your mouth will speak, you gonna pay for it. Every idle word.
I got
It don't
another
matter if you
scripture,
didn't take it serious when you said it. The Lord did, and he gonna hold you to it. Go ahead, bro. My bad.
Oh, you good? I got another scripture for us, knowing the knowledge back then and all the nations coming to, King Solomon, 1 Kings chapter 4, verse 34. It says, and there came of all the people to hear the wisdom of Solomon from all kings of the earth which had heard of his wisdom. See? Hey, King Solomon was an Israelite, man. He was a Jake.
And he's our big brother Yahushua. That's more scriptures that we can go into, or a lesson for another day, right? Hey, he was the wisest man back then. He's the wisest man now,
Yeah. I don't see nobody trying to gravitate to Benjamin Netanyahu trying to get some knowledge. I'm trying to get away from this warmongering ass.
Hey, matter of fact, going back to the nations coming to us for that wisdom, Esau, Edom tried to do that, implement that same thing. That's why we see how the school system is ran. They did that in the Greek times when they put that upon themselves. You gotta learn the language instead of, as Elder YASHARAHLA went into, we used to have our household and we would teach our children the commandments. The women will do what they're supposed to do, the man will do what they were supposed to do, and that's how it's supposed to be. But in the Edomite way, no, I gotta indoctrinate you since you was a child on up. That's why, it all goes right back around how we were speaking about how these people are literally dumbed down on purpose. Other school systems, which is still modeled after the Greek system anyways, right? They teach you a little more. They teach you how to, they prepare you for life a little more. Instead of over here in Babylon the Great where you gotta literally get it off the mud. You gotta learn it the hard way for the most part.
They set you up to get taken advantage of.
Yeah.
That's what they do. Because they no longer teach law in school. Because now they weaponize law against you.
Yeah.
That's why they don't teach law in school no more. They don't teach home economics no more. They don't want you taking care of yourself. They want you depending on the government. A lot of these electives that was around when I was back in school, they don't exist no more, like wood shop. You can make your own furniture. They don't teach that no more. They want you to buy. Capitalism. They don't want you. There's so many. There was so many electives around when I was in school, and these were free college courses that you was taking in high school. I'm telling you, they was offering cosmetology, electronics, auto mechanics, barbering.
Yeah,
You learned all these trades for free when I was in high school, because I took electronics 101. That you supposed to be paying thousands of dollars for. We was getting these courses free, and a lot of people that took cosmetology, they got their hair and nail shops. I know a few that took auto mechanics. They own their own shop now, and it goes on and on. But they don't want that no more. That's why they cut it out.
And that's why Generation Z is finished, man.
Exactly.
That's why y'all through. Y'all can't talk proper. Can't dress proper. Niggas walking around with nappy heads and crispy lineups.
Or wear the damn bonnet.
Them Africans next door to me, man, they be rocking bonnets.
Oh, come on.
Weak ass. I mean.
And they be pink.
And then they take the bonnet off. I'm like, what the hell are you trying to protect? Trying to protect the BDBs? That's all I see.
They all got them braids that stop right here to the back of their neck.
Can't even fish without their permission. Man, fuck it.
Got his flag on there. Wait till that motherfucker get burned up.
Oh yeah, he most definitely he's about to have sunburn.
Yeah, but you superior.
You gonna call up tomorrow?
I can't make it.
I got fried yesterday.
You know how they be.
You know it's getting improved, man. They'll improve our shit.
Gonna be looking like an old boy from The Hangover that was lost when they found him on the roof. He was red as shit.
You know what I'm saying?
That's how he's gonna be out here in that sun, man.
You superior. Can't stay outside for 20 minutes.
Yeah, Elder Malcolm must said there ain't nothing superior about being light-skinned, being lighter complected. You know, he even said himself being a light-skinned man. You know, it ain't nothing superior about that. You know.
Why would the Lord himself be? The Lord himself is dark skinned, but he gonna create the chosen to be Edomites. That don't make sense.
I don't understand.
I don't understand.
Because number one, like I said, you got people still out here walking around thinking Moses was an Edomite. If that's the case, when the Lord changed his hand white, when he greased his hand in his bosom and pulled it out white, how would you notice your hand turn white if you're already white?
Oh, there's another color called white ox.
See, they always got a fresh excuse. They always freestyling. No. The only way you're going to notice if your hand was white is if you are not white, so-called. But then again, you got Edomites out there that said, after they found out the truth, they actually said with their mouth, we'd rather believe the lie than the truth. Guess what? Believing the lie is not going to get you out of captivity. So you can believe whatever you want to believe.
That's the Mormons that they be teaching that Moses was white.
Now keep on teaching that then.
You know, I'm going to bring the scripture out that you were just talking about. This is Exodus 4 and 5. I'm going to read to 6. That they may believe the Lord God of their fathers, the God of Abraham, the God of Isaac, and the God of Jacob, hath appeared unto thee. And the Lord Yahweh said furthermore unto him, put now thy hand into thy bosom. And he put his hand into his bosom, and when he took it out, behold, his hand was leprous as snow, man. So, like the brother said, there's no way Moses could have been a red boy.
This ain't leprosy, man. This is not leprosy.
Nah.
Yeah, exactly. How would you notice your hand turn leprous as snow if you already leprous as snow?
The Lord didn't create the abominable snowman to be the chosen, man.
So just, I mean, the more y'all try to hang on to these Christian fairy tales and lies, the more stupid y'all sound and look. So just let it go, especially them small hats over there. Let it go, baby.
Hey,
because don't nobody believe you.
I was about to say, hey, look at Miriam, the sister, when she started bucking up. What did the Most High do unto her? Turn her into a leprous.
Bang.
See? And the brother just read the precept. White as snow, right? The Lord took away your melanin. She had to be away from the camp for a couple days because she bucked up. And you notice how the Lord didn't jack up his brother Aaron in that situation because the Lord is dealing with men, right? And, you know, this woman is being out of her place, trying to have order, and the Lord jacked her up, you know? So that's also another showing.
And that just adds to the fact that Esau's a liar, because he paints pale skin as being superior as a gift. There ain't nothing beneficial about having pale skin. Matter of fact, your chances of skin cancer increases.
Yeah.
Dramatically.
They try to say it was the opposite. I heard somebody say, like, yeah.
Get out of here, man.
Like the Book of Mormons paint having melanin or pigment as being a bad thing. See, that goes all the way back to Isaiah 5 and 20. Woe to those who call evil good and good evil. He's saying having dark skin is a bad thing when there's actually so many benefits in it. Y'all just envious and jealous, so y'all try to paint us as being bad. You try to paint yourself as being good, but let the history speak for itself. Who's really the wicked? The history all the way up to present day. Let your history shows who's the wicked and who's the righteous. So we don't even have to debate that, because look at the bullshit they got in the works right now as we speak. They are still planning to murder you, lock you up, force you to do shit you don't want to do. So if y'all don't know who the wicked is by now, you just in the Lord's trick bag. You are blind.
All these damn camps they opening up, detention camps they opening up, not just for the homeless. They using them first, but they gonna come for you jakes, man. They gonna come for you so-called black men and women, and they gonna round y'all asses up and throw you in there. They gonna torture you. You know, they gonna run tests on you. They gonna probably take melanin out of you. Ain't no telling what these cats gonna do. They like mad scientists, man.
Yeah, remember, melanin worth more than gold.
But I thought having melanin was a bad thing. And being pale, you can't bear the sun for longer than 20 minutes is a good thing. I don't understand that shit neither.
Because I would say I've only had a slight sunburn once in my life, and that was like a couple years ago. Because I haven't been, that year, that specific year, I wasn't out in the sun like I normally am. But normally, right, besides that one time, I've been able to be outside, no problem, no sunscreen or nothing, man. You know, like the brother said, there is no benefit from being lighter complected, man. It's really a detriment.
Yeah.
You know, for me to even once in my life to experience what sunburn was, you know, that's nothing to be proud about. You know, they uphold looking like an Edomite as beautiful, man.
Your skin is rejecting the sun.
Yeah.
You need to be exterminated. That's the best thing for you.
Oh man.
That's why we said that Esau's kingdom was not meant to be everlasting, because everything natural is against him. That's why he declares war on everything. Even shit that ain't did nothing to this man, he gonna declare war on it. Because spiritually, he knows that this world the Lord created for Israelites is against him. He can't do shit. So what does he do? He go on a killing spree. He start murdering all the Lord's creatures. Sport, what they call it? Game hunting, hunting for game. He destroys everything. The thief coming out, but the kill still destroyed. Go ahead, bro.
It's like you, brother. Didn't mean to cut you off, but that's why you seen a lot of them being taken out as well. You know, why as well do you have to have these certain parks where you have to put these endangered species like the white rhino and some of the giraffes and stuff in a specific endangered park to get away from your own people? Your own people's mad at you that you out here killing these animals for sport, taking pictures with them like, yeah. But you didn't face the animal face to face. Nah, you just use a little sniper rifle and killed him like a little bitch, man.
With your sword, your spirit.
Spear, so-called smart.
Get that animal a fighting chance.
Get him a fighting chance, like the brother said, man.
Go
Go up.
Courageous about shooting a lion in an enclosed fence where he can't run or defend himself. Ain't that courageous about that? But Esau, he exalts himself as being courageous.
Yeah, I did something. I shot him with a sniper rifle 50 feet away. I did it, man.
He was in a enclosure, couldn't run.
Yeah. Or he got the camouflage on to where the animal can't see you or smell you. And you thought you was doing big shit, man. That's weak as hell.
Exactly. That's why, and I agree, the elder always called a gun a coward's weapon, which I agree. It is a coward's weapon. Because anybody can pull a trigger. If you really want to take somebody's life, take it back to the ancient world with a sword or a spear or a knife. Y'all ain't man enough to do that. But you're weak enough to pull a trigger.
I was gonna say on the scientific level, you know, these Edomites, man, they have what you call neuromelanin or something like that. And we have, you know, a lot of neuromelanin, which has something to do with our skin pigmentation. They don't really have that. And it also goes back to the brain, because neurological, they don't really have that. That's why they do things that's off. Like they be, you know, killing people, and they like that shit. They get off because they don't, on a scientific level, the Lord didn't create their spirit to be like that.
Yeah.
You know, so they do things that's contrary to what a righteous man would do. That's just evil. You can't change it, Jake. We ain't trying to change it.
Yeah, being little ass kids, don't know how to flush the toilet, still leaving streak marks in the toilet. I'm like, I know you didn't wipe your ass, nigga.
No. If it's a log still in the toilet, you didn't wipe your ass. Because had you wiped your ass, we wouldn't be looking at a log right now.
Yeah.
And they do that at my job too, man. I mean, our bosses still gotta have meetings about grown ass people not wiping up, not cleaning up after themselves, leaving skid marks on the walls and shit. Somebody blurred out in the meeting. Look, y'all need to do better because don't no kids work here. I said, no, yes it is. There's plenty of kids work here.
That's why you gotta have a meeting of that, man.
Grown ass people. So I know if you nasty like this at work, your house is atrocious.
Man. Nasty.
But I work with majority Edomites, man. So I'm not surprised at all.
Yeah, that's why I don't dap up nobody. It came to the point, you know, I got so used to it, I don't really dap up people like that, because I know these niggas is nasty. I just, hey, listen, bro, keep it pushing. Don't even try to do this with me, you know?
I back down to this.
You going, man?
Yeah. Hey, what's up, bro?
You push down, man. Try to touch me.
I got Job 30 and 8 for the nasty, vile dogs, man. This is Job 30 and 8. They were they were children of fools, yea. Children of basement. They were viler than the earth. Like the brother say, they, even where I work at, builders on the wall, you know, just for no reason. None but Edomites going up there. It's out there at Bardstown, so you know it's a lot of Edomites that roll through there, a lot of anime looking motherfuckers that walk around.
It's an anime.
Bruh.
And they don't flush the toilet, they piss on the floor, they leave boogers on the wall.
Nah, they
That's
draw
just how
dicks on the
disgusting
stones
it
and
is.
stuff too, man. That's
Just
weird,
foul,
man. I ain't
So
never
grown
did
men doing that. Why are you drawing penises on trees,
I think that
man?
was when I was a kid, man. You draw that shit on the damn.
Because that's in their spirit, man, wickedness. And it's like this, Esau, he'll hold you to the letter of the law while he breaks every law. That's what he does. And the Lord, they said the Lord didn't make no mistakes. He didn't make no mistake. With Esau, he created the perfect fuck up.
Yeah.
Notice I said perfect.
Yeah.
Because this man is fucked up in every way. But y'all don't act like y'all don't see his imperfections. These are not imperfections. These are his traits.
I was just reading Genesis 25 like 2 days ago when you go into the blessings of Esau and Jacob. Rebecca wanted Esau to get the blessing. And Isaac did, or no, it was the other way around. I'm saying the other way
Rebecca
around.
wanted Jacob to get it.
Yeah, Isaac wanted Esau to get it. But hey, it was really the Lord's plan to have it happen the way it happened anyway, with Jacob getting it. So, you know, it is what it is, man. You can be mad all you want. Hey, it's how about Shah's good, man.
Esau's
You know, because they'll try to use that and be like, oh, well, he lied to him, man.
He stole it.
And the Lord was correct, man, what he did. He was right for him what he did.
Because back in the day, you would be a man of your word. He said, give me your birthright. All right, Yahweh means supplanter.
Yep.
Right? He said, hey, give me your birthright if I give you this food, man. And back in the day, especially in the ancient world, you would be a man of your word. It's like, all right, man, and him being a bitch, as we talked earlier, right? any little thing happening to him,
Esau set up the
start
spirit
crying.
for it to happen like that.
Yeah.
Esau didn't get it. He didn't get it.
And it
That's
happened
what
twice. Happened twice. Like, hey, give me your birthright. It was like, all right, cool, I get it.
You could try to say, oh, well, he lied or he tricked him out. No, man. No,
No,
Lord
he
had
didn't,
set up
because
like
you
that.
confess with your mouth.
Yeah.
So if you confess with your mouth, you sold your birthright.
And Isaac was just moving as a man back then.
Yeah, he's following the rules because the oldest son get the birthright.
God. The oldest son gets the birthright. And the scriptures even speak of, if you have a favorite son, you give him more. You know? The oldest will still get the birthright, but if you have more to give, you give the favorite son even more. So you see how, you know, you still got a blessing, little nigga, and you still out here crying like a
it's
bitch.
temporary.
Yeah.
You got the fatness of the earth. You got the sword. But see, think about what would happen if Esau had got the blessing. He'll kill everything and everybody on this planet.
Oh, easy.
He's doing it now.
You got the blessing of the sword. That wasn't our blessing. It tells you that. In Genesis, I think it's 27:41.
You know why Esau was awarded the blessing, the sword? Because he's weak. By blessing him with the sword, the Lord made it a level playing field. Because without them weapons, you don't stand a chance against Judah. You don't stand a chance against Israel.
Absolutely.
That's why they need them guns against them Indians.
That's why he
Indians
worshiped
tear
them.
their ass over them arrows.
Yeah, then he came out with a Gatling gun, a repeater. Something that don't take long to reload, get to the next round.
Yeah.
That's how he got over, that's how he took Gad down.
They showed you that in Ronin Kenshin, the little anime cartoon. How you have these men strong as hell, man. They worked out for years, man. And all this little bitch ass nigga got to do is bring out a little Gatling gun that he brought from Esau Edom and can take out these mighty men in an instant. No training, just turn that bitch.
Yeah,
right?
People should be stronger than the others. So the Lord, he had to give you something. And
They had to give you something to keep us off your ass.
you promised to have us in captivity, which didn't happen. And you used that gun, you know, as a part of your blessing. So
Now he holding the whole planet at gunpoint. And the other nations tired of it. They got nukes too.
The Most High created them cats to be the destroyers, man. And the Creator gave him that knowledge to create all the bullshit ass weapons to take down you Israelites, man. This is Isaiah 54:16. Behold, I have created the smith that blow up the coals in the fire, and that bringeth forth an instrument for his work. And I have created the waster to destroy. The Most High created this cat to be a destroyer, man. How much y'all got to understand that? These devils is not your friend. And they are created to hurt you cats and put you cats in the dirt, man. But they gonna get what they gave here in the very near future. Because their kingdom is getting destroyed right now. And it's getting ready to be handed over to the Israelites, man.
I got a scripture real quick. Psalms 27 and verse 5. For in time of trouble he shall hide me in his pavilion. In the secret of his tabernacle shall he hide me. He shall set me upon a rock. Right? With this man being given the blessing of the sword, we're going to be needed to be hidden. Right? Right? The Lord give us spiritual power, or the angels charge over us, or protection in general, giving us hiding places. We're going to need that while you Christians out here still believing in this nigga that he's your friend, that he has the best entrance for you, man. You about to find out the hard way that this man loves blood. He loves that, man. He loves being a bitch. Once again, all he got to do is just turn that little knob and start killing people, man. Here it is. You worked out for years, man. You done built that strength. You took pride in that strength, man. Like, man, I worked hard to get the strength that I had. I worked hard to get at this talent level. And just in an instant, this man, all he got to do is just pull the trigger.
Yep.
No trainer or nothing, man.
I got a precept on that. This is Isaiah chapter 59, start at verse 3. For your hands are defiled with blood, and your fingers with iniquity. Your lips have spoken lies, your tongue have muttered perverseness. This is verse 5. Verse 4. None call for justice, nor any pleaded for truth. They trust in vanity and speak lies. They conceive mischief and bring forth iniquity. Verse 6, their web shall not become garments, neither shall they cover themselves with their works. Their works are works of iniquity, and the act of violence is in their hand. Their feet run to evil, and they make haste to shed innocent blood. Their thoughts are thoughts of iniquity, wasting and destruction are in their paths. The way of peace they know not, and there is no judgment in their goings. They have made them crooked paths. Whosoever goeth therein shall not know peace. That's why whoever go into a business relationship, any type of relationship with the Edomite, they end up regretting. Because it says in Sirach 12 and 10, never trust thine enemy. Some of y'all decide to trust him anyway and found out the hard way that you should have listened.
I got on the back of it as well. This is Psalm 73 and 5. They are not in trouble as other men, neither are they plagued like other men. Therefore pride compasseth them as a chain, violence covereth them as a garment. Their eyes stand out with fatness, they have more than heart could wish. They are corrupt and speak wickedly concerning oppression. They speak lawfully, man. And that's Esau for you in the nutshell to add on what this brother just brought out. You know, that man speak lawfully on oppression. We go through all type of shit. And they say we don't go through nothing.
Put yourself up by your bootstraps.
Yeah.
Okay.
Get over it.
Remember that. Remember that in the kingdom.
Yeah, I got a precept on that too. It's Genesis 27, going back to the blessings. It's Genesis 27 verse 28. It says, therefore Yahweh will give thee of the dew of heaven and the fatness of the earth and plenty of corn and wine, and let people serve thee, and nations bow down to thee, and be Lord over thy brethren, and let thy mother's sons bow down to thee, and cursed be everyone that curseth thee, and blessed be he that blesseth thee. So that's gonna come to pass, man. And, you know, it happened during the time of Solomon too, because we had nations under subjection too. You know, but it's gonna fully come to pass when YAHSHAWAR returns and sets up the kingdom of heaven. So, you know, remember that, E. You know, I know you're pulling your hair out right now. You know, these lessons we be doing, you know, going to camp. You know you saw, man.
He said, bless. You know, you bless us, you're going to be blessed. You curse us, you're going to be cursed. What we seeing happening right before our very eyes, you being cursed, man. You know, we seeing the gradual decline of this wicked-ass kingdom because you got a whole bunch of people, which all of a sudden it was coming on my feed, that people is like, man, I'm going to Thailand, I'm going over here, I'm going over there, find me a woman, and the prices over there is low. Like what you paying over here in Babylon the Great, you can literally live in a mansion or live really high off, really high off the hole for those prices that you're paying, or even less. Let's say you're paying like $800. You got a full condo with everything in it, man. Everything in it. You got guest service and all this stuff. I was like, man, they living it up over there, man.
I seen a video with Eve and her brother. They moved over there to Thailand, bro. Nice ass place, already furnished. She was paying $15 a month, and she had $7 cable bill.
See that?
Internet bill, $7.
See, that's the thing. The dollar is dead. It takes more dollars to buy the same shit now, because you got American Babylonians, Edomites. They moving to the Philippines because they claim they can't afford medical here. So this man, I think he was in his 50s, 60s, 70s. His wife had a terminal disease, and the cost it takes to take care of his wife, he said it's outrageous. He said it's gonna bankrupt me. So I got to move me and my wife to the Philippines so I can handle her medical bills.
Yeah.
And see how this system is designed to destroy you. On the other hand, you got the small hats getting free medical care on your tax dollar, but you can't afford to go to the doctor. What kind of shit is that?
Yeah, I've seen that, man. One of my friends that was working at this billing company, and they can tell you a whole bunch of stories of all these people, Edomites, crying like, man, my wife just died. Why you calling me? I can't afford this, man. You know?
They don't care.
They don't care. They want it. It doesn't even matter if it's 1 cent or $1. They're gonna egg you on and keep on calling you for that money. Like, hey, where my money at? But over here in places like Germany, like you said, the Philippines and all that stuff, Some of these places got free health care, man.
Yep.
You know, your tax dollar goes into you having free health care. Dentists, everything, man. Something happens to you, you just go up to the doctor and you good. Right? That's why this is not going to be the virgin daughter of Babylon called the virgin daughter anymore, man. It's going to be touched. This ain't the kingdom of kingdoms, the golden city anymore. It's being touched right before our very eyes.
Yeah, it's finna get married for sure by them ICBM missiles. When they penetrate this motherfucker, it's gonna be over, dog.
Yeah.
I got because you know this healthcare thing. You know these Edomites are extremely covetous, man. You know that's why they keep us. They tax you, take your money, cash a check. They tax you. They tax your check, then they tax you, cash a check. Then we want to withdraw money. They tax you for that too. When you don't spend money on food or any necessities, it's taxes on that too.
That's why they're charging you. Now they're attacking your health.
Yep.
That's how they maintain their advantage. They get to go to the doctor, but you can't afford it. And I promise you, these same lawmakers that made this law saying they finna take your Medicaid and Medicare, they still give free health care. Go ahead, bro. My bad.
Oh, you good?
They taking away the hospital. It was like 300. That's being ready to close.
Yeah, they
something
close
like
it.
that.
This is Ecclesiasticus 10 and 9. Why is earth and ashes proud? There is not a more wicked thing than a covetous man. For such a one setteth his own soul to sell, because while he lived he cast away his bowels. And this man is extremely greedy, and he will sell his own soul to get riches as well, man.
Sell his mama. That's profit, baby.
Yeah.
That old hag ain't doing nothing for me no way. Might as well get a couple thousand from him. And then another thing, what is it?
It was 200, they went up to 300 now.
Was,
Them hospitals closed.
yeah. This is the plan. Esau going after the low-hanging fruit, the elderly and the young. He know they heavily depend on doctor visits,
Man, a lot of them was
especially
dying when I
newborns
worked
and
at
old
retirement
people.
home. They was all dying out when I worked at retirement home during COVID.
But see, he want to be able to take out the young and the infants and the elderly and hold himself not guilty. That's why he's setting up the educational system to crash on its own. When he said he wanted to get rid of the Department of Education, what he meant was he's no longer funding the states. The states have to come up with their own money. Even with federal funding, they were struggling. So without that federal funding, they guaranteed to go under.
It's gonna spiral down.
Exactly. That's what they're set up to do. And I always tell people, if you want to know Esau's true end game, you got to look at the decisions he make now, what it's going to lead to.
Where the money at?
You take away the money that these states depend on, the educational system going to fail. That's the goal.
You can even see over here in Louisville, Kentucky, how the bus system is just crazy, man, too. How the bus drivers don't want to come into work or however that's set up.
I remember they had to get the YAB too.
Yep, they had to get the YAB. Now they're over there scrambling to get bus drivers. It was so crazy. Because now little kids have to wake up at like 5 a.m. in the morning just to get to school.
See, that's like getting up for work.
Yeah.
Kids didn't have to get up that early to go to school.
Little kids. It's not the teenagers. Now the older kids, they can sleep in a little longer when it was reversed back then. Like, so it's all a mess right now. Matter of fact, it's getting on my last nerves, really.
If I had kids in this kingdom, I would have reverted back to homeschooling if I didn't have to work. But
I'm about to look into that, man. It's annoying, man. Something.
I mean, you can't win for losing
Yeah.
because you gotta work.
Yeah.
So with that being said, somebody gotta look after your kids while you at work. Daycare making $500 plus a week per child,
Man.
dude.
What you said?
Raping people.
You don't know what they doing to your kids when you go there too.
Yeah, it's starting to come out now though, because they doing a whole bunch of weird shit to these children. So y'all better do y'all research, y'all homework on whatever daycare center y'all plan on putting
you
y'all
got
kids in.
This is the
Got
Evandy sheet of mine. It's both of them.
Read the Yelp reviews, whatever you got to do. Go down there, make a personal visit.
Yeah.
Inspect the facility yourself. Look at the teachers, the caregivers. Study them, making sure that they ain't, they're not capable of doing something wicked to your child. that you might have to take their life.
Oh yeah, hey, most definitely. I went to one of these one-day camps. You could just feel it through the spirit. I even saw one of these Jays, man. I saw a Jay, I was like, oh yeah, most definitely not. Because this Jay, he over here trying to be a woman. You can feel it through you. Hey, that's why it's important to be a man of the Lord, man, with the spirit of discernment, man. You can feel like, hey, hell no, we out here, we not here exploring full facility.
No.
Yeah, that's literally, man.
I help you now. We good.
No, we good. We out
see
here.
what we need to see. Come on.
Yep.
You ain't ready to have story time about y'all read ABCs. That's a book.
See?
That's what they call it, bro. That's a book.
Yeah. Heather has two mommies or something like that. It's another book. It's in the Barnes and Noble section.
They sneaking more of these alphabet books in the children's section of your libraries too. So y'all might want to take a stroll through the elementary school library if you plan on enrolling your child in.
You got to, man. I mean, I had to do it first and foremost myself, man. Got to.
And it shouldn't be a chore to you if you love your child.
If you love your child.
It shouldn't be a chore to you.
Matter of fact, that reminds me, because I went to a family reunion yesterday, and one of my cousins, which he used to stay over here in Louisville, Kentucky, I told you about it. Which anyways, he didn't move back. I'm like, nigga, there ain't anything for you, you know, for the part of Kentucky that you was going to, you know. But, you know, he eventually, you know, he became a truck driver and all that stuff. But he's still fucking up, man. Because his mother was telling me the other day, it's like, you got 5 kids. I'm like, this nigga got 5. The hell, this nigga pop out 5 kids. I'm like, damn, I guess I guess it's been that long that I haven't talked to him. Because he used to come over to my house, I would mentor him, tell him he's an Israelite, give him, you know, the rundown and all this stuff. You know, and then I stopped talking to him because he kind of rejected the truth, you know, or something, you know.
He's getting busy.
Yeah. So anyways, bro was getting busy. So, you know, long story short.
When you coming to work? I am working.
Yeah.
I'm about to call you back, I'm working.
Long story short, this man don't have a phone. I'm like, bro, if you gonna be a parent, you gotta have a phone. He got Messenger, Facebook Messenger. That's the only way that you can contact him. Mind you, he's a truck driver.
Oh.
And she said that he's using, I forgot exactly what she said, but she says he's over there using drugs while he's driving the truck. And like, if your peoples test you, that's your ass. You getting fired. And to bring it around, it's like, bro, you're not taking care of your kids. You're worried about playing the game over taking care of your kids. Because over here, you got your kids at the family reunion, but you know where to be found. It's like, oh man, I gotta play the video game. Like, nigga, what?
And it's worse than that for truck drivers because like my old lady got a CDL license, and it's certain prescriptions over-the-counter drugs she can't take that'll pop up on her piss tips. So you really can't take nothing. But the natural herbs that'll leave 0 side effects.
Yeah.
It will leave 0 traces of anything illegal in your system. So like it's certain Tylenol she can't take. It's certain, you know, painkillers, over-the-counter shit. They can just roll up in Walgreens, you know, just get a bottle of Excedrin, migraine. You know, some of them she can't take because they'll pop on the tits.
Man.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Jake is out here just, you know.
I mean, if a doctor prescribes it, you're good.
Yeah.
You know.
But yeah, my little cousin, man, he off the rails, man. If you gonna be a father, as we was going into, you gotta check up on your kids, man. You gotta watch your kids, man, especially in this wicked ass kingdom. Anything can happen. You even gotta check on your own family members.
Yeah.
Right? Because some of these family members can be weirdos.
Man,
right?
These kids, situation about your cousin, it's the same situation across Babylon. You got kids having kids. You can't raise a child if you still a child.
That's what this little nigga is, man.
See, that's what it sounds like, you know. And I don't even know the cat. But how he described the whole scenario, it sounds like you got a child that has had 5 children. Because he hasn't even grown up yet. He hasn't even matured as a responsible adult.
Oh, I want to play video. Nigga, that goes out the window, especially when you got 5 kids. You make time. If you wise enough, you can make time, but nigga, watch your kids.
See, he prioritized that over kids. That come first. That's not maturity. That's selfishness, first of all. Selfish immaturity.
I
Nah.
got a scripture from it too. This is 1 Timothy 5:8. You say you believe in the scriptures too, right?
I have to talk to him again. Like I said, it's been years ago. I guess, like for him to pop out. Like I said, I told him about the truth. He was getting into it. He was listening. He was learning. He was getting built up. Oh, what happened was the water, brother. What happened was his father, right? Because he was down here because of his father. Because him and his mother is not together. So his father was talking bad about us. He's like, you know, them Israelites don't eat pork and shit. You know.
Wow, it's not a bad thing.
Yeah, like, you want to eat that pork, go to church with me and all that stuff. So he started listening to his father over me, which I was giving him guidance on how to, you know, but, you know, you see how that ended up.
Satan take away the word.
Yeah, Satan take away the word. Yep.
Not taking care of your own. That's crazy, bro. This is 1 Timothy 5:8. But if any provide not for his own, and especially for those of his own house, he hath denied the faith and is worse than an infidel. You don't believe in how YASHAMIAHLA anyway.
Selfish too selfish.
Oh. Another reason why I brought out that story was because here's one of the main points. It's not only the children, is that social media shit, where you see people take all these pictures, oh, I just got happily married, I'm doing this, you know, I'm doing all these great things. All that shit's fake, man. Because on his social media, him and his girls looking all happy as hell, they looking all good. His mother spilled the tea, right? And this is why I'm disappointed in this little nigga. Because apparently she said they both cheated on each other. And it was like, which we know as a man you can have more than one woman. But you out there in Christianity or whatever you believe into, they don't believe in that shit. But if your woman goes off, that's adultery. And so he's pretty much still with her. But they're arguing in front of the children. It's just a mess, man. You know?
That's scripture. So these of the house shall escape her, but the sinner shall be taken by her. Paraphrase the scripture. So if you're a wicked dude, the Lord gonna pair you with a wicked woman.
Yeah.
That's how you get all these toxic relationships, all these domestic disputes. Because you got a wicked woman with a wicked man. That's a perfect pair. Match made in hell, baby.
So yeah, it's very toxic. So they over there posting all these pictures together on social media. Like, yeah, we doing all good. Yeah, we're happy. But behind the scenes, they over there fighting. They over there arguing in front of the children. Like, you know, her mother, his mother said, if you're gonna take back this woman, you might as well, you gotta forgive and move on. But as the man of the Lord, that's why I'm disappointed of him. We ain't tolerating that shit.
No.
We ain't tolerating that, man. We moving on.
You
So
forgive her, now she really emboldened to do even worse.
even worse.
He'll take you back. I can go up in this party and go up in the bathroom, 5, 6 dudes. He weak, he'll take me back. He ain't gonna do nothing but start crying.
Travis Hunter.
You know what I'm saying? That's the mentality of Babylon. That's how they made it. But see, you weak ass jakes, y'all feel so valueless. Y'all feel like y'all ain't worth nothing. So that's why you settle for nothing. That's why the Lord coming back, because y'all have been in Babylon too long, man. Y'all starting to think like Babylonians. Y'all starting to move like them. And that's gonna be your destruction.
when you should have moved on from that girl. The moment she did that shit, you heard about it, you knew about it, should have got your ass on. But like the brother said, that's a match made in hell.
Yeah, you gotta do that. That's what it is.
You see, they always putting on the show. Now, the couple who really got it going on like that, they gon' do everything to keep their secrecy. They gonna do everything to maintain their privacy, because they know the one thing that's gonna destroy a good relationship is jealous eyes and ears. So why would you put all your good relationship vibes out on the internet so some jealous person can come along and wish you bad instead of wishing you well? If you got a good thing going on at your house, keep it a secret.
Yeah.
I don't post shit about my personal life because it's nobody's business. Go ahead, bro.
I can attest to that. Years ago, this is before I came into the truth, I had got married, posted up on social media. Once again, this is before I came into the truth. Had women on there, over there trying to ruin a good thing. You know what I'm saying? They trying to, like, I miss my baby. I've never talked to these women, never saw these women. They were just on my social media.
Sabotage.
Trying to sabotage it, man.
See?
Over there looking like, what the hell is this? Like, you know this? I don't know this. You know?
That's why if your household is running like a well-oiled machine, don't tell nobody, because misery loves company.
Yeah. My girl's cousin, this is years ago, they asked him, are we still together? I don't see all these pictures and stuff on there. What's happening with y'all? Are y'all good? We're good. We're good. You just wanted, like everybody else, where they all taking pictures and shit. You know?
My thing is this: if your relationship is going that well, why you doing all these posts? You trying to convince yourself or other people?
Other people be seen.
Because be seen of men is one. Because if you really knew down in your heart 144% that you got it going on as far as your relationship, and you ain't got shit to prove to nobody else. Let these people think what they want to think. Don't try to prove shit to them. If your household is running like a well-oiled machine, keep it a secret. Don't try to blur it out to these other people because they jealous.
I don't got my woman on my social media or nothing like that.
I don't post nothing personal about my life. If you see me posting something, the scriptures and videos about the word, about the truth. Nothing personal. Because you got those out there that's looking for misery. They want to spoil a bad thing. They want your marriage to fail. They want your relationship to fail. So they won't feel bad by themselves. You ain't got shit to prove to these people on social media. Keep it a secret. That way it'll last long.
Yeah, they once again, like I said, then when they post all these pictures about their family, all that stuff, it's all a facade, man. Charades.
It just looks good on the outside, but on the inside, hey, you full of dead man.
These niggas is having a fight club behind the scenes, man. UFC.
Yeah.
Behind the scenes, man. SmackDown.
Toxic ass relationship.
They praising themselves on social media sites. They're looking to be seen of men and not saying it out of their mouth, but they saying that they the shit. They praising themselves. You're not supposed to do that. This is Proverbs 27:2. Let another man praise thee, not thy own mouth, a stranger and not thy own lips. So when y'all out here boasting and y'all pride, thinking y'all something, when you not, that's how your destruction follows and comes in. The Most High humbles your ass, man. A lot of y'all about to be humbled down real soon.
It's this girl at my job, man. At her workbench, she got a big ass mirror. All she do is stare at herself. You can't get more prideful than that, bro. She got a big ass mirror she sits right in front of this mirror. And I'm like, see, that's she's idolizing herself, praising herself. That's bad. Why you ain't got time to just sit there and stare at yourself, admiring yourself.
At work though?
Staring
At work.
Staring at
Yes.
the man in the mirror. You better listen to Michael Jackson and change your ways.
Because she's praising herself.
Yeah. You better change your ways, sitting up there humming like you this and you that.
That goes back into self-worship.
Huh?
You are idolizing yourself. That's Babylonians, man. That's why these women make videos of them looking at themselves in the mirror.
At work.
Woman got fired for that. One of the security guards.
See?
She was over there clapping her hands at work. They saw the video. It's like, nah, get the nigga out of here.
You got professional nurses, man,
That too.
making content at their job.
That's where most of the work takes place at some jobs like that. Hospitals, doctors, offices and stuff.
Yeah, I saw a video on that. Jake,
Maybe inspection. We know what you really expect.
yeah, Jake said, well, he saw that firsthand being a nurse. Right? So if your woman's a nurse, might want to look at it sideways.
Yeah, it's a lot of jobs like that. Any job where a female can come in contact with the public, she's a high risk. I'm talking about especially like female bartenders,
Bartenders.
CNAs. I had two. Any job, fireman, policeman, any public servant job they got, it's a high chance your woman out there cheating.
And fuck.
Yeah, they getting it in.
Yeah,
She gonna wipe her mouth and say she done no wicked. Go ahead, bro.
yeah, I was about to say, there's plenty of videos out there that you can look it up. Plenty of testimonies that will tell you, especially firefighters, policemen too, right? Because in the firefighting, you pretty much stuck in that little office that they got.
Well, she got a personal trainer.
Personal trainer.
Oh yeah, they training all right. Come home tired because she had a workout. Yeah, she did have a workout.
She getting that cha-cha slide up in there, man. You know, that's wicked, man.
Yeah, it ain't nothing but the work of the flesh, man. This is Galatians. Man, y'all ain't gonna get no inheritance.
And if she go to church by herself.
You're not gonna inherit the kingdom on the first go around. You got to be born in the kingdom, living in that type of lifestyle. This is Galatians 5:19. Let me read a couple. Now the works of the flesh are manifest, which are these: adultery, fornication, uncleanness, lasciviousness, idolatry, witchcraft, hatred, variance, and emulations, wrath, strife, seditions, hearsays, envyings, murders, drunkenness, revilings, and such like, of the which I tell you before, as I have also told you in times past, that they which do such things shall not inherit the kingdom with power, man. So you don't live in that, have your fun on this side, but just know that that fire is not too far behind, man.
It's in your rear view and it's closing. It's getting closer and closer. You know, you look in your rear view mirror, that little message on there, objects in this mirror are closer than they appear.
Yeah.
That means that fire on your ass, closer than you think.
Uh-huh.
So keep on out here, keep on doing what Satan doing in his playground, in his kingdom.
And we close out on that one. This brother got something.
I got one in 1 John real quick, 2 verse 15. It's love not the world, neither the things that are in the world. If any man love the world, the love of the Father is not in him. For all that is in the world, the lust of the flesh, and the lust of the eyes, and the pride of life is not of the Father, but is of the world. So all the things we just talked about, man, that's going to get you destroyed, man.
2nd Ezra 9 and 10. For such as their life have received benefits and have not known me, and they that have loathed my law while they had yet liberty, and when as yet a place of repentance was open unto them, understood not, but despised it. The same must know it after death by pain. And that's what's gonna get ready into a lot of people.
The Lord's blood ain't covering you. You got to cover your own tab with your own blood. So I hope the wickedness of Babylon is working, because it hurt like hell, they say. But y'all gonna find out firsthand.
Y'all got it. Y'all hard.
Yeah, y'all tough.
Revelation 9 and 6. They shall seek death and not I find it, roughly
Yeah.
paraphrasing, man.
They said they ain't afraid of death.
Yeah.
How you know? You never died before and remember.
So with that, we'll close out right there. Y'all right desires an edifying lesson. We give more praises, glory, and honor to. Boss apostles, boss and elders, great millstone, we realm touch the truth, and abide the law.
Good kill, good kill.